Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Blessing Anidi, the creative director of Daffodilkrafts. Thanks for joining me. If you are a returning subscriber, you're welcome, and thanks for being with me from the very beginning. And if you're a new subscriber, please don't forget to hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button so that whenever I post a new video you will be notified. So on today's video I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful clutch purse with a crochet leather. It's a one-cut clutch purse, so it doesn't really require much. So this is the clutch purse we're going to be making. What do you think about this clutch purse? Leave your suggestions in the comment section. This is the back view of the clutch purse, and this is the front view of it, and also this is the bottom part of it. This video is actually beginner friendly. If you're a beginner, you can actually use this video and make your own clutch purse. So without wasting much time, let's get right into the video. So to make this clutch purse, you'll be using Mako. Some persons call it foam, but I know it as Mako. In the previous videos, we've used fiber as the stiffener for our bag. But for this particular clutch purse, we'll be using Mako. You can also use fiber, depends on your preference. So the measurement for this clutch purse is, after measuring and marking, the next thing you want to do is cut out the excess. This particular part I'm cutting out now is 1 inch. The full length for that part is 10 inches. So you cut out 1 inch from the right and 1 inch from the left to give it the flap. That area is the flap area. So after cutting out the flap area, trimming out so this area is the bump area. You cut out the excess. So while cutting this area, I decided to use my cutter to give me a straight line, a straight cut. Okay, use the cutter so that you can get a straight and defined cut. So yeah, we're done with cutting out. Then the next thing we want to do is give the flap a curved edge. I want my flap to have a curved edge, so I'm giving it. If you want your flap to be rectangular or square shape, you can leave it as it is, but I wanted mine to have a curved edge, so that is why I got a round cover, a round object, and I'm giving it this curved edge. After marking, you get your scissors or your cutter and trim the excess out. So you're done with cutting, and this is what the finished look looks like. And here's the measurement after cutting. Okay, after cutting, this is what you should have. The next thing you want to do is get your cutter and cut through the foam or Mako, like how we do with our fiber, so that it can fold easily when you want to sew. This is what you do to get an easy fold. Just watch as I do it and follow the process. After cutting through the material, you should be able to achieve this fold. You're not cutting out, you're just cutting in a little bit so that your material can fold. So you should be able to achieve this, and this is what your end result should look like. In trying to fold, if you find out that one particular cut part is not folding properly, you can go in again, but please make sure you don't cut out completely. Just go in as mild as you can. Yeah, also this is the crochet leather we'll be using. So you get your already cut out Mako, place it on the material, and then cut out the side you'll be using. Please, while you're cutting, cut out a little bit of excess for folding, because you're using that part to fold your material in after applying the gum. So after cutting out, this is what you have. The next thing you want to do is draw out your pattern on the leather. They are doing this because after applying gum, you know exactly where to place your Mako. Okay, we'll just trace it out like so. Watch as I do it. So after tracing, you should have this on your leather. Okay, now next thing you want to do is apply gum to your leather. After applying gum to the leather, you set it aside, then you apply gum to the marco, like so. So the name of the gum I'm using is a full stick gum. The gum I use is a full stick gum. Back the leather which you already applied the gum to, and get your marco and then attach the both together. Please, this process you have to be very careful, because after putting it together it's really difficult to get it out again. So make sure you're doing the right thing. Make sure you're placing it the right way. So there's this roller that is used in pressing it in to make sure it's smooth. I don't have one, so I had to improvise by using my scissors. So get something, press it in, make sure it's glued completely to the leather. Okay, so this is what you should have. This is what it should look like. You do the excess, get your scissors, trim out the excess, make sure it follows the pattern, the shape that the marco has, so you can have easy folding. And then do a little bit of notching at the edge so you can fold in easily. So after you finished your trimming and cutting, what you have should look like this. If it doesn't look like this, then you're on the wrong path. So what you have should look exactly like this. Now the next thing is to get your gum, apply it to the upper part of the marco, so you can easily glue together with the leather. So after doing this, you fold in and glue together. So after applying the gum, leave till it's a little bit sticky for it to dry a little, not dry completely. It's a little bit sticky. Then you start applying, you start folding in the leather, like so. Just folding. Be careful when it comes to the edges, as you can see, folding so it slips down. Also, so that when you're working, it doesn't puff. So after you finish folding in, on each edge, on all edges, just trim out the excess you have after folding in. Watch as I do it. So when you're done with your folding, you should have an end result that looks like this. So after folding, you get your snap and you fix it in. But before you fix your snap, you have to get the lining for the bag. So here I'm using a synthetic leather, a very soft synthetic leather for the lining of the bag. Okay, so I've already cut this out. I used the pattern to cut it out. So you have to attach the snap first before doing any other thing. Before you attach the snap, you check to see if it fits. You check, you see, like so, close it to check so you know exactly where the snap will be situated on both the flap and the bag itself. So what I usually do to make this process easy is that I look for the midpoint and mark it. The full measurement for that is 10, so the midpoint will be 5. Okay, so I'll look for the midpoint, then mark it with my pen, and then I'll know that okay, this is exactly where I'm going to fix the snap on before I now fix the snap on the flap. So after attaching the outer snap, you can now apply gum and fix in your lining. Okay, now when fixing the lining, the upper part, the side where the flap is, you're not going to glue it until you've attached the snap for that side before you can now glue it. So this is me trying to work on the lining and attach it to the bag. Please always remember that while you're on this, you have to keep folding and making sure that your bag is coming into shape. Okay, so now we have to get our chalk, mark the first snap that we attached, then close the bag and press in the flap, like so. Press in the flap so the chalk we use in marking it will stain the flap, so that you know exactly where to fix the other snaps like we've done already. Then after doing that, you can now glue the lining and the material together. Yay, we're almost done with the bag. So the next thing you want to do is get the flap, sew the edge around, then the other side also sew it, like stitch it together with the lining. Okay, that's what you do. Then you put the two edges together and just sew. Then what you want to do next is that the bottom part you are going to hold together and then stitch both ends like this. Okay, this is what you should have. So when you finish doing all those stitching, then yay, this is the finished look of our bag. Okay, the clutch purse is ready. Okay, bye and see you next time. Thanks for watching.